Okay, you're under arrest. Put your hands behind your back. Do not resist.
Please don't take my uncle, please!
Hey,
Stop!
my brother, my brother.
Back! Back up!
Stop!
Get
Stop!
You can't do that.
Get back!
To him.
Get back
You
now!
cannot do that to him. He is here, disabled. He just got out of the fucking. He got out of the goddamn hospital. He is not. You can't do that to him. You're gonna kill him. You hurt him. It hit your ass.
Back!
You hurt him. It hit your ass.
Now!
I ain't doing anything.
back.
You're hurting my brother.
grabbing.
You threw him down on the ground.
And walked
You
away.
both are.
Why are you putting him under arrest for no reason?
Get back!
No, that is
That's my
illegal, dude.
Okay, get back.
Y'all are on some bullshit.
Okay.
You're not
Y'all are on some
taking
bullshit. Get off of my brother.
You're not taking
He's
it.
under arrest.
Stop! No.
He's under arrest. Stop.
Charges for resisting.
Back ain't nobody resisting.
I'm not doing anything.
Nobody's doing anything.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Let's go.
Stop.
Stand up.
Please, just back up.
You gotta back up, dude. Do you realize what's
You guys
wrong
have to
with
back
him?
up.
Well, you guys need to back up and let him
Y'all
up.
come in here doing that, charging
What's it
him,
look like we're doing?
tackling him to the
you
floor.
weren't until now.
He's got to. Dude.
Get back.
No, he's fuck. You can't. No.
No, leave me alone.
That's what he said to me.
Give me a minute.
That's what he said to me. He said,
I'm a
"Leave me alone, step
brother.
up."
You leave me alone.
for no exact reason.
Y'all are.
Okay, how many times did I ask for an ID?
No.
Okay, but he
Okay.
My God, he told you that.
You're gonna attack a disabled person? You
Doesn't drive.
Wow, dude, we're here on
We don't have to
vacation,
explain anything
man.
to you guys. He's under arrest. That's the end of it.
He didn't do anything.
He's under arrest for failure ID.
You can't
He
arrest
doesn't have one.
When you're a cop, you can tell me how to do my job.
He said he didn't have one.
Hold on.
I'm trying to help.
You can't help it. You need to call his doctor and you need to get on the phone with a lawyer right now. You're gonna make this man die. Oh my God.
That's why I hate police.
Okay.
Wait, please,
I'm waiting.
wait.
Okay. Do you want us to get an ambulance here?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You just threw him into the fucking floor into the steps.
Okay. We're not gonna do all of this.
There ain't no
27
doing
Branson.
it, you did it.
Could you start TCAD non-priority, please?
I'm telling you something right now. The downstairs is getting to know this too. This is bull. We didn't do a thing to these people.
Okay. So if you just talk to us,
And we're trying to.
That's
The
what we
man
were
tried
trying to
telling
do.
you he didn't have an ID.
And I tried telling you that the man is disabled.
Well, you know, that's Ray.
so here's the deal. I don't know Ray. Okay.
Well, okay.
So I don't know Ray.
But he
When
wasn't
he's-
coming to you. He
when
walked
we
away
said-
from you
Yeah.
and you grabbed him.
Yeah, and
We-
threw him into
You
the
see-
bottom
Everybody
step.
stop for a second and I
But
can
you
explain the
see,
situation.
he has a cane.
Okay.
And you grabbed him
A disabled
like
man.
that.
So do you know how many people have a cane that aren't disabled?
No, we were
What I'm
telling you he was
saying-
disabled the whole time.
In
We was
one
telling
eye.
you.
So I'll talk
Deaf
to you.
in
because
another
you're-
ear.
seems to be the only one that's receptive of information. Okay. So when we say, hey, we're investigating a peace disturbance, and we get told, hey, f off, I'm not talking to you at all, and you're a prime suspect in a peace disturbance, I'm not going to let you just walk back into your home. You have to come out and talk to us. You're a suspect.
Okay, but he didn't do anything.
Okay, we
That's
explained
what we
very
have to do.
And he
clearly.
even apologized
Yeah.
to the man downstairs before anything else went on.
Okay. We explained very
And you're
clearly
going to
that's what
arrest
we're doing.
him?
Okay. Right now, he's under arrest for peace disturbance.
I think you're full of and I will call his lawyer.
That's perfectly fine.
Oh, yeah.
You're more than welcome to do that.
You will know.
Everybody's right.
The officer states that Mr. Lopez is under arrest for resisting. According to Section 575.150 of the Missouri Revised Statutes, an individual commits the offense of resisting if they know that an officer is attempting to lawfully detain them, and they resist the detention by using or threatening to use physical force or by fleeing. Now, while the statute specifically states that the law enforcement officer does not need to be acting lawfully to sustain a charge for resisting an arrest, it also clarifies that an underlying detention must be lawful for an individual to be convicted of resisting a detention. Accordingly, while Mr. Lopez could not be convicted of resisting if the officers were not attempting to lawfully detain him, it is at least arguable that if a court found that Mr. Lopez was lawfully detained, there was probable cause to arrest him for resisting, for quote-unquote fleeing into the Airbnb. Likewise, Section 58-38 of the Branson Code of Ordinances makes it an offense for a citizen to intentionally refuse to give their name, address, or date of birth to a police officer during a law lawful detention. While there's no mention of providing physical identification, a court would likely conclude that Mr. Lopez was required to provide these pieces of information if they were requested, and the officer claims that he did not throw or push Mr. Lopez and only held onto his arm. While the body camera footage is difficult to follow, the officers can be seen grabbing Mr. Lopez's arms, causing him to fall to the ground, and then seemingly throwing him in the direction of the stairs, where he remained either unconscious or disoriented and unresponsive for a period of time. According to a lawsuit Mr. Lopez filed following this encounter, the officers forcibly grabbed Mr. Lopez, twisted his arms behind his back in a so-called chicken wing hold, and slammed him into the staircase railing, causing him to lose consciousness. Regardless of whether the officers intentionally threw Mr. Lopez to the ground or pulled his arms away from his cane, causing him to lose balance and fall, the result was that he hit the floor and injured himself. As we have discussed before here on ATA, even in the context of a lawful arrest, an officer can violate the Fourth Amendment by using an unreasonable amount of force under the circumstances. Here, there would be a strong argument that the officer's use of force was excessive, particularly in consideration of Mr. Lopez's physical condition, because, although he could potentially be considered to be resisting arrest by flight, he did not pose a safety threat and was being investigated for a minor offense.
Sorry, man.
All good.
I told you they were threatening me.
That ain't no fault of your own.
Yeah.
Absolutely insufferable.
So, yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
So, they're not planning anytime soon. Quit spitting over your railing.
Yeah.
They seem to think that it's their right to spit, even if some mist gets on your porch, which I disagree with. It's your place. You shouldn't have to deal with their spit on your porch.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's my opinion. But, whatever you want to do, we can send charges for peace disturbance as a simple municipal ticket, or they're just going to keep doing what they're doing. That's up to you.
Yeah, well, we've already called the owners of the place to see if we can get moved, or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to deal with it, you know what I mean? Because I don't feel safe here now.
Okay.
I really don't. That was
Okay.
Not my wife and my in-laws here.
So, I understand you want to move. My question is, are you wanting me to scratch out a ticket for the threats, the peace disturbance, the whole 9 yards?
That ain't gonna do no good, is it?
I mean, it'll fix the behavior, or at least give some sort of an encouragement to fix the behavior.
To not do it again.
Otherwise, the next person moving is just going to deal with the same thing.
Wherever
I'm not trying to convince you or sway you one way, but that's the fact of the matter.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Do you have an ID on you? I just need to get it out of the call. If I do my job right, you should never have to do any court appearance. Oh, sorry, I didn't ask if I could come in.
Come in.
He decided to tell us to screw off when I asked for his ID.
I heard y'all.
Yeah. As soon as I grabbed his arm because he tried walking back in, he just dropped to the floor, buried his face in the stairs, and started screaming at me for throwing him on the ground. And
all they had to do was just be polite, right?
that was it.
Like I said, I tried to reason
So-
with them, and I couldn't.
So when you talked to me first, my plan was just to go up there, reason with them, and come down and say, hey, they've agreed to stop. Is this a peaceful enough resolution? That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
But he just...
I know I heard it escalate. Sorry. I'm sorry.
All good. So it's absolutely no fault of your own.
Yeah.
And you as an American citizen, as a private residence owner, you shouldn't have to deal with that. So
You were visiting for a couple of days,
Yeah. You have rights just as much as anybody else.
Yes,
so I'll get this taken care of.
Thank you.
I'll be right back.
The officer speaks with the neighbor below and convinces him to pursue a so-called peace disturbance charge against Mr. Lopez. Section 58-62 of the Branson Code of Ordinances defines the offense of peace disturbance as unreasonably and knowingly disturbing or alarming another person through loud noise, so-called fighting words or threats, fighting, or a nauseous and offensive odor. Therefore, a court would likely conclude that spitting onto somebody's balcony, accidentally or intentionally, did not rise to the level of a so-called peace disturbance under this definition. However, as mentioned earlier in this episode, there appears to be some discrepancy regarding the nature of Mr. Lopez's response to his neighbor's confrontation regarding the spitting. According to a lawsuit filed by Mr. Lopez following this encounter, when the lower-level guests expressed concern regarding the spit mist reaching them, Mr. Lopez, quote, immediately apologized and ceased the conduct. On the other hand, although the specific allegations are not entirely clear, the neighbor claimed that Mr. Lopez and his family had threatened him him, and the officer indicated that he refused to stop spitting. Well, depending on what actually took place, it is possible that a court could conclude that the officers had probable cause, or at least reasonable suspicion, to believe that Mr. Lopez had committed the offense of peace disturbance.
So
I'm not arguing.
basically, Welcome said, hey, you're gonna be charged with, we have peace disturbance at the minimum. I need a driver's license. He said, I don't have a fucking driver's license. F you, turn around and started walking back in. So we reached in, grabbed a hold of him. As soon as he reached in and grabbed a hold of him, he kind of like flung himself down on the ground. Started acting like he was seizing and whatnot. Brother and I don't know who the younger girl is and wife came over and they all started kind of getting in our face this way. So right now, Ray is on the couch with a cane. He's under arrest. He's not going to be.
My plan for now is just scratch ticket.
Hello, Officer Greg, police.
What's your badge number?
255.
Alright.
I'm the supervisor on today, so
Okay.
I need to get to my guy that we're with, so excuse me.
Don't mess with him. He's got a problem going on, I'm telling
We
y'all.
have an ambulance coming, so
Yeah, he needs it. Your officer messed up, dude. He threw my brother into the ground.
okay, then I need you to step back or we're gonna arrest you for interference. Please step back.
I'm not doing anything. What do you mean? I'm not doing anything at all.
Go ahead.
Okay, so right now he's under arrest, and so I don't want you near him.
It's my uncle.
That's my brother. I had to
Okay,
help
and
him
your brother
up.
and uncle's under
He's
arrest.
disabled.
Okay,
He's
well, I'm
disabled.
sorry. We have an ambulance en route, so let's not do anything to make the situation worse, and let's just all relax.
Ain't nobody getting excited but you. You're the only one throwing threats.
I'm not throwing threats.
You
I'm
just
informing
did. You just did. I didn't do anything.
No, you're talking
I did not do anything.
Regardless of the word that comes
Very
out of your mouth,
condescending.
you're a threat.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Regardless how you want to say it.
okay.
Keep feeding the arse.
Would you like my business license? My business
I don't
No, we got your badge
We
number and your
don't need
picture.
nothing.
I'll leave
That's
it.
okay. That's all we need.
We got you, son.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
I'll leave this right here for you guys.
We don't need it. Don't leave that. We don't want that.
Yeah. I don't care what you leave.
55 Branson. You want to advise TC anything else? Well,
What is your chief complaint, sir?
Whatever you want to say.
No, I want to know what you need an ambulance for.
I'm in pain. You just knocked
Guys,
me
just
out.
bring
I
it
got my
down.
tremors acting up.
okay, male said he's in
Yeah.
pain and has tremors acting up. It's the guy that is in custody.
Your officer threw. I got it on tape. Your
Okay.
officer threw him
Yeah, he has
down
it on
on the
tape,
ground.
too.
Knocked him out.
Oh, yeah.
Knocked him
all right.
out.
He didn't
Look
get
at
the
his
whole thing.
face.
Hey, he didn't
You
get the
won't
whole
let me
thing.
get
I'm
Look,
trying to
look
talk
at
to
his
me. Let's give me a second.
I believe it's tremors.
Okay, he heard me.
I like that. You're slick with your cameras. Not slick enough. You're going to start them after you come to the door in 10 minutes.
Luckily, they got a
later.
2-minute pre-record.
Oh,
so
whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'm sure.
sometimes dumb things happen, and that's what happened today.
Yeah, your officers come in here charging around, knock my husband down, and cause him to be like this.
Yep.
While officers have been inside the entryway of the Airbnb since initiating the arrest, two of them walk into the living room and stand over Mr. Lopez while they wait for the ambulance. Although the general rule under the Fourth Amendment's prohibition on unreasonable searches and seizures is that law enforcement officers may not enter a person's home to effect an arrest without first obtaining a warrant, courts recognize limited exceptions to the warrant requirement, most notably when exigent circumstances are present. One such exception is the so-called hot pursuit doctrine, which permits officers to enter a dwelling without a warrant when they are in immediate and continuous pursuit of a suspect who has fled from a lawful detention or arrest initiated in a public place. However, in the 2021 case of Lang versus California, the Supreme Court clarified that in the context of a misdemeanor offense, such as resisting, flight alone does not automatically justify warrantless entry to make an arrest. Rather, the totality of the circumstances must demonstrate a genuine emergency, such as immediate danger or destruction of evidence. It is questionable as to whether a court would conclude that the so-called hot pursuit exception even applied here, as the officers presumably knocked on Mr. Lopez's door to initiate the encounter, meaning that it did not begin in a public place. And even if a court concluded the so-called hot pursuit exception was applicable, Mr. Lopez would have a strong argument that the officers violated the Fourth Amendment by entering his home to arrest arrest him, as there did not appear to be any evidence indicating that a bona fide exigency required an arrest to be completed immediately.
So we can do this two ways. We can just here not argue about the situation, or we can take him out to the car because he is in custody. We can do all this out there. We're trying to be not. Just hear me out. We're trying to be nice. Let him to be comfortable on the couch.
Whatever, you ain't being nice. Do what you gotta do. Don't act like you're doing something, please.
We ain't doing nothing,
You don't
dude.
know who I am.
You're the one that's
don't
being,
sit
you're the
there
one,
like that.
right now, you have the attitude, you're the one blowing the threats,
exactly.
you're the one doing this.
I'm
Ain't
not
nobody
throwing
doing
threats.
anything.
Yeah, you are.
Nobody's
Okay.
doing nothing.
Okay.
So I'm trying to be. Okay.
Enjoy yourself.
Hello. How's it going, guys? How's it going? Here to see you, sir. What's going on?
The officer threw him down on the ground and knocked him out, as you can see on the face. He won't let me get close to him. You can see on the side of his face there where he's got the big mark.
Okay.
I got it all on tape. Y'all need to see it.
I took one of my
After EMS responded, Mr. Lopez was transported by ambulance to Cox Hospital for evaluation and treatment for injuries to his arm and shoulder, among other complaints. On July 22, 2025, Mr. Lopez filed a civil rights lawsuit alleging violations of the Fourth Amendment and state law claims. As of the date of writing this episode, the case is still pending. Overall, the Branson police officers get an F for likely unlawfully entering Mr. Lopez's Airbnb, using unnecessary force against a physically vulnerable individual, and prioritizing arbitrary demands for identification over basic human decency. Despite having an opportunity to de-escalate a low-stakes encounter involving a man with visible medical issues and no criminal history, the officers chose instead to assert control through force, intimidation, and a questionable interpretation of their authority. Even if we were to generously assume the initial detention was lawful, their subsequent entry into Mr. Lopez's Airbnb lacked any clear exigent justification, which blatantly undermines the Fourth Amendment and calls into question the legal basis for the arrest. Once inside, the officers escalated the situation further. Mr. Lopez was forcibly grabbed and thrown into a railing, despite showing no immediate threat and clearly suffering from physical and medical disabilities that essentially rendered him harmless. Missouri law, specifically Branson's municipal code, permits officers to request name, address, and date of birth during a lawful detention, but does not require an individual to produce physical identification unless they are operating a vehicle or involved in specific licensing scenarios. Mr. Lopez explained that he had no driver's license or other form of ID due to his medical condition, and the officers immediately dismissed his statements. Their rigid insistence on seeing a physical ID, despite the statute's clear text, demonstrates either a fundamental misunderstanding of the law or a deliberate attempt to justify an increasingly forceful approach to a man who had, by all accounts, already cooperated. This interaction highlights how a lack of legal clarity, compounded by unchecked authority and a refusal to de-escalate, can transform a petty ordinance complaint into a hostile and constitutionally questionable encounter. As for Mr. Lopez, we will not be issuing a grade for his conduct in this encounter, largely because we lack sufficient facts regarding the incident that sparked this interaction. However, there are aspects of his conduct that are worth mentioning. The primary challenge in assessing Mr. Lopez's conduct lies in separating what actually happened from what was later alleged. His civil complaint paints a sympathetic picture of an elderly man with COPD who was quietly enjoying his balcony until a minor misunderstanding with his neighbor spiraled out of control. And while there's likely truth in that version of events, the body cam footage tells a more complicated story. For instance, in the lawsuit, Mr. Lopez claims to have immediately apologized and ceased the spitting after his neighbor's complaint. Yet, the body cam footage includes the neighbor stating that Mr. Lopez was argumentative and refused to stop, and he even went on to pursue a charge against Mr. Lopez. Now, although the events leading up to this encounter remain unclear, those details have no bearing on the fact that Branson officers barged into Mr. Lopez's home without a warrant and used force that ultimately injured Mr. Lopez, despite him suffering from obvious disabilities. Mr. Lopez never posed a physical threat, never attempted to strike the officers, and did not resist in a way that warranted the force used. Regardless of whether the retreat into the unit constituted flight, the officers had no valid legal basis to follow him inside without a warrant or exigent circumstance. There was no imminent threat, no destruction of evidence, and no felony involved. incident, and the officers were dealing with an individual that posed no threat to them. Even if Mr. Lopez was technically resisting at some point, his physical condition, age, and lack of threat should have been obvious to any reasonable officer. This interaction highlights how a vulnerable citizen's minor mistakes can be amplified into a full-blown crisis when met with force instead of discretion, and how the law's margins are too often exploited to justify violence against those least able to withstand it. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out my second channel for even more police interaction content.